What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Smooth Conversations, where the conversations are always smooth. I am your boy Smooth, and that is Smooth with three O's, y'all. I need everyone right now to use your device and scan the QR code on the top right of your screen and connect with yours truly and anything and everything that I do in regards to Smooth Productions. For those who don't know, I am a professional DJ, a host, MC, sound engineer, can do custom apparel. I call myself Mr. Jack of all trades and just doing the things that I feel the Lord has blessed me to do. And why hold on to your gifts, go ahead and share them. And that's why I have this show and so many other things going on in this world. So for those watching for the first time, thank y'all very much. Been doing this since last July when I had my very first guest that was on the spot, like last minute. Y'all may know him as Mr. Guy Torrey, the famous comedian, producer, actor. He started it, and it's just been an amazing journey ever since then, and it does not stop tonight. Once again, need everyone to to scan the QR code, but also on my social media pages. If you watch on Facebook or on the X or on YouTube, give me a follow, subscribe, and connect with yours truly, and let's continue to make a lot of great things happen. But speaking of making things happen, this young man tonight on the show, been looking forward to having this conversation with him. And I always tell the guests that it's not an interview. It's really straight up a conversation. It's a very relaxed, all positivity, keeping things 100. And I know this young man will do the same this evening. He is a young, successful, already putting out there, successful Black entrepreneur. This young man has already won awards, y'all. He always has won awards. He is a singer. He is a dancer. He does a lot of cool things that we're gonna discuss and much more. He's very deep into church. Goes to, well, I'll tell the school later on. You know, the big St. Louis question and everything. So I'll let him go ahead and say that in a minute. But this man's a very young and talented young man. I say in the promo that he's like an old man in a young person's body. We're going to talk about that and so much more. Up next, Smooth Conversation, where the conversations are always smooth. We got the one, the only L Train. What is going on with you?
Hello. What's up, man?
Man, great to have you on.
It's great to be here, man.
Man, yes, definitely is a pleasure, man. How have you been?
I've been great. I can't complain at all. How about yourself?
Man, doing good. So I heard you doing the pre-show, say that you just had a recent headache going on.
yeah, I had a pretty bad headache before I got here, but we good now.
Hey, we good. We straight. We smooth with it. And for everyone watching, we need everyone to go ahead and leave comments. Go ahead and once again share with the peoples, and just have a good time with it. And you'll see on the screen. Leave comments, leave questions. We want to shower this young man with all the love that he deserves, because that's what this show is all about. If you have any funny stories that you want to tell, this is the opportunity to go ahead and make that happen, because this will be shown. It is being shown all around the world. So be famous tonight. You know what I'm saying? Leave comments, leave questions, and if I approve of it, it'll be on the screen. So do not be shy, and let's have a good time with, once again, L Train. And there goes the wifey right there saying, "What's up, fellas?" So there you go.
Hey.
Proof. They leave comments and I approve. It'll be on the screen like that. Let's see who we got here. Who's Helen Johnson?
That's my grandma.
How you doing, Grandma?
Hey, Ganna.
How you doing? Welcome to Smooth Conversations. And once again, y'all, it's gonna be a great conversation. So let's get right into it, man. Let's start with the origin of the name L Train.
L Train. So my cousin Katon, he has this thing where he gives everybody in the family nicknames, and mine just happened to be L Train. And once we started kind of really diving really deep into the music thing, we were like, kind of need a stage name. I mean, Elton is okay, but we need a real stage name, and L Train is what we decided to go with.
That's what's up, man. It's catchy. That I like how you did the exclamation point.
Yeah,
Except for I. So who idea was that?
That was my mom's idea.
Hey, yeah. Shouts out to mom. I'm sure. I know that she's watching.
Yeah,
I'm sure she'll be commenting throughout the whole evening. So we look forward to it, man. Yeah. When will you say was that, if you can remember, was that time that you you fell in love with music and wanted to perform?
Well, I've always kind of been into it since like a young age, like 3, 4. I say I started really falling in love with it at church, during children's church is really when I was like, I mean, I'm young, but I think I may be able to do this. So
might know a little something.
Yeah, might know a little something. Yeah. So music has always just been a part of me since a very young age.
And tell everyone about the church that you attend.
I go to Freely Temple. Been going there for years, all my life. My family has always been there for decades. So
if you can recall, was it just hearing the music or seeing the choir sing or seeing someone do a solo? What was it that stood out for you?
I think it's a mixture of all of that. My aunt, who is also my manager, she used to run children's church, and some of you may know who D Stone is, Dwight Stone. He is a DJ and radio personality and all that. He used to help out with children's church when it comes to the musical side of things, and they used to let me come on stage and just bounce around a little bit. Yeah. Eventually, they gave me a mic that didn't work, so I just kind of just been going on since then.
That's cool. That's cool. Who would you credit having that confidence to be on stage without being like, having stage fright and just being able to be yourself?
Honestly, I kind of just have always been able just to do it. It was just kind of natural. I've never really had to think about it to do it. I've always just been able to get on stage and do what I do.
Yeah, that's what's up. So, for those who haven't been watching this show, first time watching, I'm very big on captivating moments and showing it on the show as well. So I have a feeling that this person that I'm about to show may be a huge influence on you in regards to one of your many inspirations, possibly on why you are who you are. And I showed this photo to the last guest I had because she was a huge fan of this person. And I showed this person. What's your thoughts?
Michael Joseph Jackson. he is definitely number one on my list for inspiration. Again, from a young age, just watching him do what he do, man can legit stand on the stage for like 10 minutes and people go freaking insane. So just seeing how he captivate audiences is definitely, made me want to do the same.
Yeah, he's my favorite artist of all time as well. So,
King of Pop.
And I knew just from seeing your moves, seeing certain photos, I'm like, oh yeah, he has that MJ in him.
Yeah.
So who would you credit as being that person that was always playing MJ in front of you that made you be like, oh man, wait a minute, I like this,
Yeah, well, my family. My family is definitely it. We have a lot of family gatherings and things of that nature, and music is kind of at the forefront of things sometimes, and that's kind of where I fell in love with MJ.
That's what's up.
Actually, I dressed up as MJ for Halloween for like a good 6 years straight. I was MJ for Halloween.
6 years straight.
Smooth Criminal, Beat It, Billie Jean, Thriller, all that.
I love it.
Got all the jackets.
I always tell this story that when I was probably less than 10 years old, I used to be at my grandparents' house, and I had on my pajamas. And I would have this big old red robe on that I like my hooded jacket. And I would have a whole MJ concert.
Hey man.
When I say every song, I probably had like a whole 2-hour concert. Right in front of them. I didn't have the glove.
Didn't have the glove?
No, I ain't had the glove. I had a made-up hat. I'm like, I'm just do what's best and do what's good for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Make it happen. But MJ, it's no one like him to be able to have that voice from a kid, and how he transcended as he got older, similar to like what Chris Brown's doing.
Yeah,
another entertainer, dancer, doing his thing as well. Before I get to Chris Brown, where were you, if you can recall that moment when you found out that MJ passed away?
That's a great question. He died January 25th, 2009, so I was 1.
One.
So I don't quite remember.
So okay, so yeah, he wasn't like, oh yeah, I recall that day because I was outside in the playground.
No.
So yeah, so pretty much you was introduced to him, and you just saw tapes and
Yeah.
YouTube and etc. And you
Pretty
was
much.
like, okay,
Yeah.
this dude is legit.
Yeah.
Do you feel that kids your age fully don't grasp the greatness of MJ?
Yes. Yes, I do. I feel like, which is key on why I always kind of make sure his name is brought up in to some magnitude. We don't really understand how big he really was. I mean, mainly because we weren't there to see it.
Right.
But like, this man was the biggest artist in the world without any real social media. So that's just crazy.
We got some more comments coming in.
Let's
It's
see.
Sherry Temple. Elton is born a superstar. He has been performing since he was a child. Continue to rise to the top.
Thank you.
Oh, wait a minute.
Okay.
Who is this?
Oh, we got my mom in the building.
That's my son. I'm the proudest mom in the world. Deservedly
Aww.
so. Grandma says, yes, he did. He loved him some MJ. And my wife gonna just call me out. You yeah, I am. But it feels good to be alive right now. And share the stories and talk about it, and everything. But when you see comments like this and others, how does it make you feel as a young man to get that appreciation already at a young age?
I'm extremely grateful. It's very dear to my heart to see people, show love, and really kind of take time out of their lives to kind of look and see what I'm doing. So I'm always grateful for that. Yeah,
no doubt. So let's keep on having fun with these photos, right? Because I'm very big on the research and want to have my guests be surprised, like, where you get that from, or I recall this or whatnot. So let's talk about this photo, because you like a young little model, and I saw this photo right here.
Yo, deep dive into the IG. I see. We all have our light skin moments, man. And I'm proud to be light skinned. So I was like, I had to be in like 4th grade in this pic.
He had the hand over the head, like he was posing for a huge magazine.
Man, foreshadowing, I would like to call that.
There you go. Putting it out there in the atmosphere.
Putting it out there. That's what we're doing with this photo. That's crazy. I haven't seen this photo in years.
It kind of gives me like little Bow Wow vibes.
Yeah.
When he first came out and all the girls going crazy, and he could just do one little pose or look, and all of a sudden, boom.
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, this photo here, I was like, I have to.
That is hilarious.
I have to show this photo right here, because you already was like, okay, yeah, watch out, world.
Listen, from a young age, that's how it was
already. And then we got this one here. If you can recall this photo, let me know what was going on here.
Oh my gosh. So this was a photo shoot. I used to be in a group called Next, which was managed by Sonny Maycalf, who also managed a group called Project X, and is just a music legend throughout St. Louis and many other places in the world.
Yeah, I played with Sonny.
Yeah. Sonny, we had a photo shoot for our group Next, and that's me. Jesus Christ.
Now, speaking of Bow Wow, you have the whole...
Yeah, I used to get a lot of the Bow Wow comparisons when I was younger.
Look at that. Had the pose down and everything. And where was this photo taken at?
This was at the Demetrius Johnson Foundation when it was up and running. Yes, sir.
Yeah, rest in peace to the great Demetrius Johnson. Okay, someone that you may know. I'm gonna say that crush up later on though, so I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go. This little group Next was great. Okay. What kind of songs did y'all sing?
It was more like, your bubblegum pop kind of feel. We were really close with the group Project X, which also produced the artist Laquel. We would perform with groups like Kid Goes and people like that doing shows throughout the city.
So getting started, getting shows going. Now, did you watch the New Edition story?
Yes. Okay. It's funny that you said that. The reason why that group was even formed was to do a New Edition tribute. So that's kind of why the group was formed and why,
So we all know about the man behind the scenes who helped them in regards to the choreography and the stage presence. So who would you credit as being that person that helped you along the way, or the group next?
To help me throughout the way. When it comes to dancing, it was mainly just Chris Brown and watching videos, honestly. I've never really taken a formal like dance class or anything of that nature, or even really had a real choreographer up until now.
Yeah. That's awesome. I mean, because I've been self-taught about majority of things I'm doing, from DJing to drumming. Never like had no straight lessons. Just had that God-given ability to be able to kind of catch on, and then add my own thing to it. So I respect that, because like you said, that's exactly how I pretty much was in regards to my upcoming and getting better and better. So speaking of MJ, I saw this, I'm like, oh yeah.
Yo, you really took a deep dive into my Instagram. This is crazy. Yeah. Oh, I love this fit, by the way. I like the green. Yeah. So this is me doing MJ signature with the toes, which I do that a lot during my my shows. That's kind of I definitely add that in there just to pay some homage to them. Yeah.
That's what's up. And is there a moment while you're performing where you know that you got the crowd where you want them to be?
When the grandma start doing this,
and
the mom start doing that, then I'm like, I got them hooked. Or when the girls start pulling out the phones, I got them hooked. I got them hooked. So
let's talk about just your mindset going into a performance. Do you still come out? Are you still nervous? Do you have the nerves, or is it more because you've done it a lot of times that it doesn't really, you don't have the nerves as much?
I've never really been nervous to be on stage or to even get on stage. So nerves really aren't there. It's mainly just kind of me getting in my zone. Kind of like with football players, they gotta have a pregame ritual, all that. So that's kind of me just getting into my zone.
My next question is that I know some people like to have a bowl of candy here, in the back room, in the green room, or you want to have this or do a certain routine or a prayer. What's something that you like to do as a ritual or a routine?
Get my spoonful of honey, get my hot tea. I usually have dancers most times when I perform, so just hanging out with my dancers, laughing, giggling, going over the steps. That's kind of a little pregame, and listening to good music. Yeah, good vibes. I feel that. And let's see. The wifey said I just received some exclusive. Oh no! Oh no!
Stay tuned.
Oh no!
I'm just saying, stay tuned. Let's see. Grandma said the group did the New Edition tribute. It was a great show they did with the applause going on there.
Yeah.
So that's what's up.
It was a great show.
Outside of MJ, who are some other artists who you've been inspired to, or you listen to, or grown up listen to?
Yeah, of course, Chris Brown is definitely number 2 on the list. Usher, huge fan of Bobby Brown.
You choosing some great entertainers.
Oh yeah. Stevie Wonder, I definitely love his artistry. Let me think. Neo, Omarion, and that's just a few.
Yes, everyone you named so far, great entertainers, which is definitely very important in regards to having a stage presence. Let's continue going with these moments here. Let's talk about this one right here.
Oh, snap. So this is when I was a co-host of a radio show called The Awesome Kids Show with Jasmine Kickett.
Wow.
This was around 6th grade. We would kind of do similar to something of this sort, just talking about different topics that's going on in the world and things like that.
Okay. Yeah. So did you always see yourself as that, talkative person?
Yeah, I feel like I have a pretty outgoing personality. Yeah. I seem to really attract people. I love being around people. I'm a people person. So yeah, I could say that.
Okay. So this now the wifey, she said that she has some exclusive photos. So this one coming up, she may be like, excuse me, I didn't give consent to do this. But the reason why I know you it's because of her. And I've been to a couple of your performances. I know you had the album. I'm sorry, the single release.
Yeah, for Summertime Fling.
Last year.
Yeah.
So
First single.
a whole lot going on, and then I realized too that you were at our wedding reception.
Yeah.
Because when I saw the video, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Because you're like, oh, there he go right there. I'm like, oh, and you just in the back doing your thing, so, just
a little bit.
Exactly, on the dance floor, holding things down. So talk about your relationship with my wife.
Yo, I haven't seen any of these pictures. This is nice. It kind of started throughout like church. Grandpa Cotton, as I like to call him. That's kind of how our relationship developed. A lot of these pictures, I know the one in the middle is from, again, the single release party for Summertime Fling. And then also she attended a lot of Dirty Mugs concert, which is a group that I perform with a lot, and have been performing with them throughout many, many years. So a lot of these pictures are taken at some Dirty Mugs performances. And I think the one in the corner is at, I think, Ballpark Village. I think when me and Dirty Mugs opened up the opening day for the Cardinals. Yeah.
And how much has she meant to you throughout your life?
A lot. She was like my real first fan. She's always, been very supportive of, the music and the things that I do. Always show love. Always will watch a video.
There you go.
Always will watch a video. Always will share it and like and comment. So she's definitely been a big part of this journey.
Yeah, and even when you get to that moment where you're up to that next level, she's gonna be probably that first one outside of your mom.
Yeah,
she's gonna be the one that's gonna be like, there go my baby doing this thing.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we're gonna put it out there in the atmosphere right now. When you see him on the Grammy stage,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, doing big things, you're gonna see us there also, but showing
definitely
showing love, man, and continuing to, shine a light.
Yeah.
Shine a light, because it's definitely important, especially during these times they were living in right now.
Yeah.
And let's see here. Who is this?
Oh, that's actually my sister. I love you too.
I'm so proud of you. Love you. There we go. See, y'all gonna have this young man tear. I gotta get some tissue for him. That's my wifey said, super proud of you. Definitely born a star. Love the whole family.
Thank you.
And she put whole in all caps. That mean it's serious with it.
Thank you.
It's serious. So speaking of family, we talked about her earlier just for a little bit, but talk about this woman right here on the screen.
That is my aunt, who is also my manager, Shantae Lavette Johnson. She's always been there since day one, showing love and showing support. And she really came into the whole manager thing right after I opened up for Murphy Lee. And then she was like, Elton, it's getting time you kind of do your own music, because I was doing a lot of the covers, the Usher and the Prince and Chris Brown and all that. So she's definitely been a huge help when it comes to the music and pushing things, but also just being there for me when I need her.
Yeah, that's awesome. Got Helen letting my wife know she love you too, baby. But that's awesome just to have family to make sure that everything is on point. So talking about family, when they realized how serious you was in regards to, I want to take this to the next level, talk about that support that you received.
Yeah, my family has always kind of just supported my decisions when it comes to either music or acting or photography or videography. They've always just been there in my corner supporting. They've always kind of taken it seriously, especially like my manager, which is my aunt Shantae. She's oh snap, yo, you did your research. You definitely did a deep dive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got my mom, my grandma, and my great aunt, which we like to call her Auntie Soup, and my sister. Yeah, that's super nice.
Yeah,
super dope.
Yeah, last year when we was at the your birthday party.
Oh yeah, my 16th.
That was like, okay, this young man here is a star. You came out. I mean, the videographer, photographer, the place was nice. The staging was great. had the acts. I mean, it was just an amazing outcome. Had the red carpet going. And I'm like, man, this young man is truly, truly going places. Talk about that event.
Man, my 16th, which was a day that I had always looked forward to since a little kid, watching, the little TV shows with the My Sweet 16 and my old,
Right.
all that on MTV. It was a process. It took a lot of planning. A lot of it was pulled off because of my mom and my aunt Nita and a lot of the people behind the scenes, including my family. It was lit. It was turned up.
Yeah.
I got a really good response. From people that came to the party and enjoyed themselves.
Yeah,
it was lit. It was turned.
It was definitely a vibe. Definitely was a vibe. So, someone I think who may be in this building, in this house, has a question. Have you been in any movies? If so, what movies have you been in?
I've been in quite a few of films. Been a film with Pooch Hall through a summer camp called On the Set Summer Film Camp through a guy named Marlon Whitfield.
Yeah, that's my dude. I know him very well.
Yeah, we were just sexting today. I've been in a movie called Smile. I've been in quite a few films.
So talk about that experience, because I know it's one experience being at church doing your thing, or being on stage as a performer, singer, doing your thing, dancing. But what about movies? What set that apart from everything else?
Well, I've always been drawn to cinematography. Just again from a young age. So plus I'm a character. Many people that know me know that I'm always the funny guy, or some may say the quote unquote class clown. So acting was just, again, like with the music, came very naturally and easy. It's just something that I do extra.
Yeah. So you did bring this up earlier, and I definitely want to bring this out even more. But talk about your affiliation with Dirty Mugs.
This is many years ago. This is Nico Smith. This is actually before he had joined the Dirty Mugs.
Right.
How I even got, with the Dirty Mugs was they did like a back to school show or concert every year at the People's Clinic. And I was kind of just, again, had my little microphone from church just out there bouncing around the crowd, copying the same thing they were doing on stage. And they were like, yeah. So they brought me on stage, and kind of the rest has been history. I've just been with them throughout the years.
Nice. So pretty much anytime they have a show, you reach out to them or they reach out to you. How does that happen?
Sometimes they send over their schedule and be like, yo, can you come to this show? Or sometimes I just show up and
there you go with the
and it's guaranteed that they'll put me up on stage for a number or two. So
And has there been times where it's just on the fly, they see them like come on stage and just sing something, or is it some, or is what most performances that you do with them is planned and y'all rehearse?
Majority of them are never planned out. Also, we never rehearse either. I see them and I can grab a hold of what they're doing pretty quickly, kind of really on the fly, and then just be like, yo, come up here. So it's kind of just if they see you, then they pull you up.
Yeah. So this is back to your Bow Wow years. Which event was this? If you can
this was when we did the opening day for the Cardinals.
Okay, I figured that was what it was. I'm sure the wife was right there.
Yeah, I definitely remember her being at this event.
For what I understand, because this is, I call it BS before Smooth, but she was if they had a performance, she was there and possibly on stage with them as well. Yes. So she was like the honorary or number one fan.
I feel like she was a part of the group at some point.
Exactly. And I know that she'll say it. So I'm like, okay, you doing your thing. Let's see here. The wifey says the good old days. They did opening day. And so she's been to a few opening days. She's been to 3 now with me.
Okay.
The last 3 years now. And she always says, man, Dirty Mug need to be there. Now the acts who have been there, they have been amazing. But when you so used to riding with a certain band for years.
Yeah, and a band that's just so good.
Yeah,
like they're incredible.
Yeah. They are amazing. And Grandma said yes, she was there. Great question here. If you could go on tour today, who would be your number one artist you would like to tour with? Great question.
My answer is, of course, going to be Chris Brown. He's just my favorite artist.
Especially what he did recently in Africa.
Yeah, and
that was just crazy.
Man, like over 96,000.
Right.
Yeah, Chris Brown would definitely be my dream tour artist.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Both of y'all doing backflips, raising up high to the sky. And everything. So I can see that. And let's see. Helen says yes, he is a character. His first movie, he won the Best Actor award.
Yeah, I have I think two awards for acting. Best Actor and then Best Supporting Actor.
That's awesome. So let's talk about what high school do you go to? Let them know.
I go to Luther North. Yeah, I saw you interview my coach.
Yes, I had Kyle Wagner on. I think about 4 times over the last. He was a coach for 4 years, so each year, I had him on the show for something different each time. Man, incredible guy, and congratulations to Kyle Wagner because he's now an analyst. For Sacramento State. So I had the honor, I think, of doing like his last interview here in St. Louis before like 2 weeks later. He made the breaking news. Of moving on. So what was your thoughts on that when you heard about him moving?
At first I didn't really grasp it. I was like, is he still gonna coach? I didn't, because I'm not really heavy into football, so I don't know. I was like, is he still gonna coach at Luther North? I'm happy. He's an incredible coach. And I wish him the best on his future endeavors.
Most definitely. Now, I should have had the clip, but I didn't. But I did share it when I had him on the show last with him and Coach Mitchell. But there was a video showing them winning the championship. I think I saw you with your camera. Talk about the moment of being at the game on the field while Luther North won their state championship.
Yeah, a little bit of background on that. So I run the media department for Luther North.
Nice.
I actually kind of created it. Started it my freshman year. I don't play sports, but I'm like really heavy into kind of school spirit and really being a part of my school. And I was like, I know I can do something with a camera. So I talked my friends into joining a media team with the help of my teacher, Mr. Deacon, and we kind of been going ever since. So when we won the state championship, I was really excited, man. For years, since freshman year, I've been wanting us to win a state title. And earlier throughout the season, I was like, we say it every season, but I think really this is our season to win. And it was. I'm very proud of those guys, and it was nice. Yeah,
it was an incredible story to share. Like I said, especially because I had Coach on. As soon as he got hired, I had him on the show.
Yeah.
And to talk to him, each year after that, I'm saying about, what happened here and what could change. And you saw the gradual growth each year from how he run this program, but he always remained confident.
Yeah.
Now, some may say it was a little cockiness, but he backed it up because he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
And you saw the end result.
Yeah.
So I know he's going to do amazing things at Sacramento State. But talk about yourself as a student. How are you received as a student and a classmate at Luther North?
Most of my classmates kind of love the whole L train thinking. They show a lot of love and support. They're always looking at the videos. A lot of times, especially when I put out a new music video, the teachers let them put it on the screen and watch it and all that stuff. Wow. And like today, after our little orientation for picking our classes, the teacher put me inside and she was like, yo, the kids showed me your billboard. Congratulations. So they show love.
Yeah. And got to ask the question, how are the girls at the school? Because I know your mom, your manager, they be like, hey, now, you getting popular, be smart with, you know what I'm saying, your the way that you move. You know what I'm saying, in school.
Yeah, they're nice. I can't complain. But I always played safe. I got a lot more to lose than the average student. So
Yeah, and I shared this story before, but when I went to the V,
okay.
and the first thing that I saw when I walked into the school my very first day, because I came from a small, maybe like 200, um, around 200 as the around the population in the school, from a Christian school, private school, then going to Bashan. So it was like a huge shift in regards to like, whoa, wait a minute, I came from this to that. Even though my family, majority of them went to the V, so I would go to their games as a kid. Okay. But my first day as a freshman, as soon as I walk in, and made and you look to the left, it was a long wall, and it was a nursery.
Snap.
It was a whole daycare / nursery, because you had 14, 15-year-old girls already having kids.
That's wild.
And I was a big student athlete. So, and I knew my mom wasn't going to play as well. So that's why it's important to have your auntie, your mom, and the right people around you, because the temptations can come. Yeah, which I'm pretty sure you've seen, experienced, and you had to be like Derrick Henry, and a little like, step on him. You cool, but this ain't it right now. But it's definitely important to keep your head focused on your passion. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it's going to come in different ages, different stages of your life as well. Yeah, but continue to keep that going, because I made a vow to myself, and I'm proud to say it, I wasn't going to have sex until after high school, because I didn't want nothing to interfere with what I was doing in school and with playing sports. Because what if I had a young girl pregnant as a freshman? Yeah. How would I have time to try to play basketball, baseball, soccer? I play soccer. I was about to say, you're a real athlete out here, man. Tennis. I play all those sports. How would I be able to play that while trying to maintain a respectable grade point average? Yeah, and trying to be a father. That's real. When I'm a kid. Yeah. So I want to make sure that you're hearing this as you're getting up there in age as well. That make smart decisions, because one slip up, I wasn't thinking, can affect your whole life, and everything that you've been building up for to do can all of a sudden be just as harder, or can be taken away because of a slip up. You know what I'm saying? So definitely take that to the heart and be smart with every day you go to school. Appreciate the love, but don't let that get you out of your way of the reason why you're there in school and your passion outside of school as well. Yes, sir. So definitely do that. But talk about, because we know nowadays you're hearing a lot of stories about school fights. Yeah. Going to games and parents acting wild, players acting wild, going crazy, peer pressure. As a young man, and you're 17 now? 16 now, excuse me. How is it for you as a young man, as a teenager, nowadays, being in school and just being out here trying to survive?
Since I do go to a private school, I really don't have to experience, what a lot of youth have to experience when going to a public school. So some may say I'm slightly privileged. I've always I'm just a leader, so I never really follow the crowds or the trends, or I kind of just do my own thing. So I really don't have much to say about that. But
so when you hear about a lot of things that goes on, especially as a teenager, what goes on through your mind?
I just feel sorry that a lot of teenagers don't really have the opportunity to really just be great, or don't take advantage of the opportunity to be great, and they choose the wrong path, maybe due to their circumstances at home or their environments that is around them. But my heart goes out to them, and I try to put forth an effort to do something different. So that's why I host a lot of, youth events for free. Everything's free, food free, all that. So.
Right. And I just want to say, with your platform, I'm sure that's going to continue to be a focus, because we need young men like yourself to be able to change the narrative. Yeah. Because once they see Oh well, look how he's presenting himself. I haven't seen you, pants down to the floor. Yeah, it's the old man in me, but it's the reality because real recognizes real. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And you want to attract that realness. You don't want to attract the wrong, crowd, people with the wrong ideas.
Yeah.
But seeing these kids with, just no pride in regards to their appearance and in
Yeah.
regards to how they respect or the lack of respect
Yeah.
that's being shown. So I hope that you continue to use your platform to promote better things, positivity, respect, character, having pride, because that goes a long way.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know. So you said that you wasn't a sports guy, but have you already targeted like, okay, what school do I want to go to in college? Have had those thoughts yet?
We're in the talks about it, just trying to figure out what route I want to go.
Mhm.
We've been thinking about SEMO and Mizzou and schools of that nature. Kind of, close to home. I depend on my family a lot, so
Yeah.
wouldn't want to be too far away, but also I have a lot of business endeavors here in St. Louis that I kind of need to take care of. So
The wifey asks, any collabs coming up?
collabs. Well, we have something in the works. I'll say that.
See, people, it be the laugh. It's like something. You want to say something. Is he gonna say it or not? But when you say, I knew something was coming.
we definitely have some stuff on the way. I released my single "Love Me" earlier last month in January, and I'll just say there's a lot more to come and a lot to be on the lookout for.
Hey, stay tuned, y'all.
Definitely.
Got a comment from Lisa. I have been watching you since birth, and you are such an amazing young man. Are you planning on adding comedy to your portfolio since you are quite the prankster?
She would know best. I've played some of my best pranks on her. Some of my best pranks have been on her. Oh yeah, I'm quite a prankster. I like to joke around and have fun, and I've definitely got her a few times. Definitely.
Lisa, please feel free to share these pranks that
one that I remember very, very vividly. I had just got done filming a movie, so I still had like all the fake blood and stuff on the T-shirt, and I was getting dropped off to her house.
I know where this is going.
So I come up running, knocking on the door. Help, please. I come and she's like, "What's happening? What's going on? I'm about to call your mom." And she's losing it. And then I just bust out laughing. She's like, "You play too much." I'm like, I had to get her. I couldn't miss an opportunity like that. Couldn't miss it.
Let's see here. Mom says last year on the first day of school, the cheerleaders
were
outside, and when he pulled up, they started singing his song, Summertime Flame.
Yeah, those moments are really good. I love those moments where they show love. Yeah. It's nice. And plus they knew the lyrics. I was like, all right, I paid attention. That's nice.
I mean, you had the cheerleaders. So going back to the high school, do you feel jealousy from other guys?
Nah. Everybody just kind of shows love. Like nice. Recently I performed at a bowl basketball tournament, which was put together by the Boys and Girls Club with their new CEO, Brandon Williams. Yeah, my guy Brandon. Yeah, so that's actually us at iHeart promoting the event, which my school I also just so happened to be playing. So all the basketball players and the team came out to the bleachers to watch me perform. So they're just always showing love.
Dope.
They know the songs, and then they always trying to do the dance moves and stuff. So it's fun.
Oh yeah, you definitely be having like your signature moves.
Yeah.
Are you peeping that? We have a comment from Kenya Gibson. Seeing Stardom in action, I'm glad to be on board with the L train.
Yeah.
Your cousin. Hashtag is that Cameron J. Will be so very proud. Rest in heaven. See your cousin rise. There we go.
Thank you.
Then we had another comment from Tamara. She has that Shemaya, you have done or doing a wonderful job keeping Elton grounded. So yeah, shouts out to mom. Let's see. More great words. Keep up the great work. Shemaya and the rest of the family. And someone who I think we may know who's down here says, outside of what question, outside of youth events, what other ways or ways to you what other ways can you give back to the community?
um, Ways that I've given back to the community throughout the years. My family has a organization or a foundation, I would like to say, called the Met Foundation, the Mary Elizabeth Temple Foundation. We host an event called Community Christmas. It's where we get all the homeless people we can find, pretty much, or we go to them and we give them food on Christmas Day. But not only homeless people, we also do like nursing homes and youth facilities and things of that nature. Just giving back to the community, and I'm always a part of that, either doing photography or handing out food or DJing or helping out with bingo or even performing.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Speaking of performing, I know you was at the Dome the last year.
Yes.
And how was this event? And just also talk about being on stage and having the mic and getting the crowd to focus on you. Talk about that event, but talk about just being a performer and just have that command on stage.
Yeah. So this this performance actually almost didn't happen because there was miscommunication on when I was supposed to be on stage. So it was nice. I had a really good time. This was actually a really good performance. BJ the DJ actually announced me coming out, so that was really nice. But to your question about performing and being on stage with a mic and captivating audiences, for me, it's always kind of came very easily. It's something that I could do in a snap of a finger. I can always turn that light switch on and become L Train. So it's very, very easy for me, but it's also, I really love it. Most people, when they watch me perform, they can just already sense that I have a passion and I really care. Just based off, the dance moves, making sure they're crisp and, making sure vocals are right, just making sure everything is good.
So speaking of dance moves, you brought up earlier how, you do choreography and now you have someone who teaches you more choreography. Talk about choosing your background dancers. Now I see that you be having a crew behind you doing some things.
Yeah, so it's funny. My choreographers are my dancers. We sit there and we come up with everything together. So I definitely want to give a shout out to Mitchell, Josh. Those were the first two background dancers that I had, and they're incredible dancers. Both dance by Coca and really does big things. But also more recently, I've add more additions to the dancers. So I got like KB the artist, who's a rapper, but he also dances too.
Nice.
Akira, amazing, phenomenal dancer, and Damo, who's a singer, chef, and dancer. So,
and as you brought up MJ, Chris Brown, Neo, you brought up a list of performers, Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
How important is it for you to perform in a certain way where it's not like other acts where you see one person or you see a whole entourage of people behind the act while the person's up front and all this kind of whatever. Why is it so important for you to set a standard in regards to showmanship and performing by having dancers and going across the stage and performing and trying to interact with the crowd? Why is that so important for you?
Well, I've always been big on showmanship. Watching what my peers and what the great legends did, they didn't have all that. They didn't need all that because they could do it. I don't need an entourage behind me. I don't really need dancers. They're a great addition to the show. It really shows my showmanship and
your range.
In my range. Yeah. So
because I know like my wife, I think she went to the No Limit concert a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And that was the one where it was like you was at a high school auditorium. You had about 50,000 behind and I never was a fan of why you need 50 million people on stage behind you.
Yeah.
We didn't pay our money to see your Aunt Pookie and and doo-doo and them behind the stage. You know?
I see that a lot because I also do photography and videography, and what I would like to say I specialize in like celebrity photography, so like a lot of concerts and things of that nature. So I see that a lot, and I'm always just like, it's overwhelming.
So pretty much, so when you're doing that probably motivates you and to see like, okay, well, this is what I'm not going to do on my own show.
Yeah,
because that's how I am when I DJ events and whatever. It's like when I see certain things, when I get an opportunity to be in front of the mic, you know, be on stage and in front of the turntables and doing my thing. When I see certain things, I'm like, you know what, that's what I'm not going to do.
Yeah.
But I also like to pick up on good things too. Like, okay, I like what he or she did.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna add that to what I'm doing, but making my own. You know what I'm saying? So I feel you in that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To be like, no, you know what? That's not gonna be how I wrote. Now I want to make sure that when you're hitting stages 10 years down the road, I want to see 50 million people behind you.
You will never see that from L Train. Where's this my camera right here?
There you go.
You will never see that from L Train. All right. You may have 1,000 dancers, but you will have 1,000 people standing there doing nothing.
Yeah. Speaking of the Grammy, did you watch it?
This year I didn't. I haven't been watching the Grammys for a little minute. I always kind of just keep up with the Grammys throughout social media and watch the performances on YouTube. Yeah. But I did see Chris Brown win.
Yeah. The wife and I saw a majority of it. What's her name? Doechii.
Yeah, she's super dope.
An amazing performance.
She's amazing.
The choreography was sick.
Yeah, I watched that performance on YouTube.
Going back to MJ, was there a concert that just number one in your head that you just love to watch?
I think it was like Wembley or Wimbledon or something. It's something where he was like out of the country.
Wembley.
Yes, that's the one that I always look back to. Mm-hmm. But I actually recently today I watched his performance at the MTV Awards in like 1995.
I'm trying to think. I wonder if that's the one. Was that the one he did Dangerous?
Yes, I just watched that today in class.
So I remember that one. It was another one, and this is the greatness of him. When before the show, he hurt his ankle. And
do you remember Time Joint?
Yeah. So he came out in a chair.
Yeah.
And had the big old not cast, but he had on like a brace or something.
Yeah.
A boot.
Yeah.
On his foot. Now, of course, he couldn't do all the moves like he would.
Yeah.
He was, had 2 feet, the whole nine. But just to see him still.
Yeah, being able to.
Yeah, he stood up for a second. He was doing all this. But it just shows how amazing of a performer. And I mean, he could have sat in the chair the whole time and everyone would just be going crazy. I don't think I've ever seen fan reaction go crazy like MJ. And like you said earlier, how he can just stand on stage, just pop up and just stand for 10 minutes.
And just complete chaos.
And what I love, he did this on Super Bowl, and he also did this on this Dangerous, I think he was in Bucharest. He just turned.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man.
I mean, just to have one little move, you can just say, phew. But that's just, it just shows the amazement of MJ. Let's continue on here. Let's see. Mom says L Train has performed in his boot. Did you?
Yeah, so
look at that.
I'm really key on like the show must go on.
Yeah.
So like even when I was with like Sunny Maycap, I had like casts and stuff on it, but I made sure I was still on stage and giving it 100%. And just recently, I just got out my boot, maybe a couple weeks ago, and I had a performance, which was the Brandon Williams and Boys and Girls Club performance, and I made sure, even though it's messed up, we're still going to give 1,010%, no matter what.
And I believe you were going through a car accident a few months ago.
Yeah.
And then a couple days ago, not days later, excuse me, you performed at the
Sister Strut.
There we go.
Yeah, I had been in a car accident. I had actually bought a car maybe a month or two beforehand, and we were driving, and some kids ran a stop sign and hit us.
Wow.
But that also was the same week as a pretty big performance for the Sister Strut that I had been looking forward to, and I wasn't gonna miss that for anything in the world.
No,
So, yeah, no matter how
ain't gonna try to stop me
Nah.
from getting on stage and doing my thing.
I don't care how many aches and pains I got when I hit the stage, everything disappears. The adrenaline rushes. Now after,
Oh yeah.
I was like, Jesus,
crying.
like, Jesus,
Mama, auntie,
help.
That's what's up. But you kept on going because you're doing what you love to do. So
Yeah.
that's amazing. I think this was
Yeah. So
what's it called? What's it been called?
the Black Wall Street
Thank you.
314. So I've been doing stuff with Black Wall Street 314 for years at this point. My aunt is actually on their board. So we help out a lot with Black Wall Street 314, even if it's from, taking pictures or hosting like I did last year, or even sometimes performing. We always are a part of Black Wall Street 314. So huge shout out to them.
So as a performer, now you brought up how you can tell when you got someone. You see the old heads. Whatever. When you see people who may look at you like, what's this young man doing on stage dancing, and maybe they haven't gravitated to you yet. What goes on through your mind at that time? Like, no, you know what? I'm gonna get you some way, somehow. Like,
at that point, now I'm focusing solely on you.
Yeah.
Because now I'm about to get off stage and dance with you. And you go dance. I'm gonna make sure that you have the best time of your life.
I love that mindset. So let's continue on. This GQ right here.
This is actually this was the first outfit for my 16th birthday party. I actually just recently posted these pictures. So you can also see the truck in the back. We had like 2 black trucks and the whole 9 for my 16th birthday party. This is also one of my favorite looks. My favorite color is black, so I love dressing in all black. That's key.
Got you. Let's see here. He is a natural, so talented.
Thank you.
Once again, shouts out to everyone who's tuning in right now to Smoooth Conversation. I need everyone to go here. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. I need to get about 100 more people to subscribe right now, including this young man right here. Subscribe to the channel. Click on that bell so next time Smoooth Conversation goes down, you will be notified. And also scan the QR code on the top right of the screen. Connect with Smoooth Productions. All my social media, the website, the whole 9 is on there as well. So let's connect, let's collab, let's do some amazing things. And let's continue on with this conversation here.
Let's see what else.
I think this was one of your awards, huh?
Yes. Funny little backstory. I didn't even know that I was even like going to be winning an award. What happened was a lady by the name of Danielle Elizabeth.
Yeah, I know.
She had, I guess, kind of mentioned or kind of like nominated me for the Winning in Black award show. So this is me actually there after winning my award, the Young Trailblazer Award. They surprised me at Emo's letting me know that I was going to be nominated. Well, that I was going to be winning this award. So that was super nice. It was a huge surprise. I wasn't expecting it. I was actually trying to rush back to school to get to a football game. And they were like, we need to. My aunt had came up with this lie that Emo's have given her a free gift card for pizza. And I was like, all right, because Emo's is my favorite place. I eat Emo's maybe once or twice a week. And I was like,
I am with Chinese food.
Yeah.
I love Chinese food. I gotta have at least once a week.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, bet, cool. We're gonna stop at Emo's, get the pizza, and I'm gonna get back to school because I need to run my media team. And we just kept waiting around, and then more people from my family started to come. I was like, why is everybody here to eat this Emo's? I thought it was just a me and my aunt kind of thing. And then I was like, I'm ready to go. I need to get back to school. And she was like, well, I gotta wait. They're giving me some pots and pans. So I was like, what?
Pots and pans.
Pots and pans for what?
You knew probably at that time. Okay,
I was like, what? Yeah. But I was like, all right, maybe they got Emo's on them or something. I was like, okay, cool. And then a couple of seconds later, they walked in, telling me that I was going to be winning an award. So that was super nice.
Yeah. And then once again, just having that appreciation, be able to feel, because I think the youth needs to understand and feel how it is to work hard and to get the reward from working hard. A lot of people may get spoiled or don't understand the work that it takes to grind. Everyone sees, oh, he's on TV or he's on stage or he's online, whatever it is, but they don't see the work that goes behind that.
Yeah, it's just a process. I have a really good support system, especially with my guy Vidal, who is actually here in the building.
Hey.
He's an incredible, dope individual. I like to call him my photographer and videographer, but we're just gonna go with he's my mentor, and he helps out a lot. So he's a key part of L Train.
That's awesome. Let's see. Helen says, yes, we got him good.
Yeah.
And Kimberly Page, he does an awesome job at Black Wall Street 314. I love to see him perform.
Yeah.
There we go. Continue to show that love, everyone. That's what it's all about tonight. So you talked about it earlier. Just a little bit. Let's get more into it. You, L Train, the photographer.
Yeah.
What is it about photography that captivated you, that you wanted to capture moments?
Yeah. I've always really been into pictures and videos. Luther North kind of really helped me kind of shape when they gave me the opportunity to, create my own media team and media club. I just love capturing the moments, and when the people see the picture, like, oh my gosh, I look good in this, or especially when it comes to celebrities, not a lot of people have the access to do that. So
I showed the like, man, how did he get to take this and do that and be with this person?
Yeah, it's really about connections and knowing, but also like not being scared to just figure out a way to get to these places.
That's how I am.
Yeah,
like, that's how I am in regards to like booking guests for this show or for the Platform Sports Talk Show. Get that a follow as well, y'all. The Platform Sports Talk Show. But yeah, I mean, I just like, hey, the worst they can say is no.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go out my way and find out if I can have this person, that person on. And I mean, hey, you don't know until you try.
Yeah, and like a lot of people here in St. Louis, they like to show love to the youth. So kind of helps that I'm 16.
Advantage.
Yeah, it's an advantage that I'm 16, but I also, it's the way I carry myself. Always professional at all times. Actually, this picture is at Cedric the Entertainer's after party, which I got the chance to shoot him through my photographer and videographer, Vidal. Oh yeah, that's
I will go back to the same.
Yeah. So that was a dope night, dope event. This is actually New Year's. Yeah, when he did his show at the Chaffetz Arena.
Nice. So now let's go ahead and go back to this capturing moments.
Yeah,
with the logo, with the trademark on the bottom.
EGL. This was, I want to say, my freshman year when I really first got into photography and videography. This is, I think that's Caleb. He's he was a part of our basketball team at Luther North.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, cool little shot.
Were you self-taught as well as a photographer?
So with photography, I took like a week class during COVID through a lady named Shantae King. She had like this class for like young kids trying to learn how to do photography and videography. But also my brother, he does photography and videography stuff and things of that nature for South Carolina, the college down there, USC.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's in my blood, but it's kind of in my blood because also my cousin does photography, and a lot of people around me do photography.
And because I didn't know until I got older, when I started being on drums, I found out that my grandfather was part of a drum bugle corps.
Yeah.
My uncle had some skills on the drums. Then when I got into professional DJing, I found out my cousin was DJing, my uncle was DJing.
Yeah.
This person, I'm like, oh, okay, so it's like a bloodline thing, So that's pretty cool. Let's continue on. Now talk about this event here, because I know, because I think I saw like a live of her being, I think it was like at McDonald's or something like
Yes,
that.
so she, her and Hot 104.1, they partnered up and did a toy giveaway. This is also the week of my finals.
No pressure.
A lot of pressure. And I know Princess Storm and a few of the people down at Hot 104.1. So I just popped up. They didn't say that she would be there. They just said she had, sponsored it. So they had the actual like inside of McDonald's cut off. Like you couldn't come in unless you had the right credentials to be in there. And Princess Storm saw me. She was like, "Oh yeah, you can come in." And I was about to leave, but then someone was like, "Yo, you should stay." I think she's gonna pull up. So I ended up staying, and I was able to capture Sexy.
And
She has a vibrant personality.
And I know the people were just going bananas.
Man, it was crazy. It was definitely crazy. Crazy moment.
Wifey says favor ain't fair.
Yeah, it was a crazy moment, but I love how the pictures turned out.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's keep on going on here.
Oh, this is the reunion tour with Kurt Franklin, Tamala Man, Clark Sisters, Ty Tribbett, Israel Holden.
Yeah, we were there as well.
Yeah, this is a little funny story. I had applied to do photography for this event, but I didn't get approved. So my family had volunteered to like hand out pamphlets for some organization for the concert. So we ended up sneaking my camera in, and since I had the vest on, I was able to go down there. And it's funny, my mom's friend had bought us tickets to go see them the next day in Kansas City, and one of the background singers were Amber Bullock, and I'm best friends with her daughter. So I was able to get back there and meet some of them. I've also met Kurt a whole bunch of times, so it was nice moment to reconnect.
You talking about this moment right here?
Yeah. I've met Kirk maybe four or five times throughout the years, so it was nice to reconnect. Yeah, it was super nice. Great show.
And talk about that, being able to have relationships with someone like Kurt Franklin and the other acts.
Yeah, it's nice. They kind of remember you from when you're little, especially when you got all the pictures, and they're like, "Oh snap, that was."
Young man, look at you, young man. Getting taller than me already.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, snap, you shut up." Yeah. And I was like, "Yeah."
That's awesome. Let's keep on going.
Yeah, so I'm heavily involved with the media at Friendly Temple. I help run their media department. So this is Bishop Michael Jones preaching on Sunday. Nice shot.
Yeah, I'm also part of the media ministry at my church as well, Washington Metropolitan AME Zion. The now Bishop Anthony Witherspoon, he allowed me to pretty much modernize the audio, the everything.
Yeah,
from improving the mixer board that we had, because like we used to have to go and get up and walk to a whole different room to control the volume, this and that. I was the one that implemented a new mixer where you can just use a phone or a tablet.
That's nice.
You know what I'm saying, to control all the sound. So
that's
then you
super dope.
Go up and do this. Yeah. He put that trust in me, like, hey, whatever you see, let me know. And I approve it. So he gave me opportunity to pretty much change the whole dynamic of our church services from sound engineering to also doing live stream. Yeah, because we used to just have a camera like that and record the service, and then 2 hours later you'll see it on our Facebook page or YouTube. But I brought in these Mevo cameras, and like you can have as many cameras as you want, and have different angles and everything. And I brought that to the forefront, and now other churches like to bite on what we do. You know what I'm saying? Because of how we hold things down. But now myself, along with 3 other people, we have an amazing social media / audio visual team that I've once again spearheaded And because I knew that no, you can't keep doing the thing that you used to do back in the early 2000s.
Yeah, you definitely
90s.
have to.
You have to make
adjust to the
make it
times.
appealing. You have to adjust to the times.
Yeah.
You brought up COVID.
Yeah.
Talk about that time for you when, especially when it spiked and it was going crazy. How was it for you as a student?
I was second semester of 6th grade when COVID happened. COVID made me really dive deep into like the really like writing my own music and doing things of that nature. I also had like a pretty good like solid friend group around me, and we would all like get on the phone and write music and do stuff like that. So COVID was bad, but also COVID helped out a lot in certain areas.
Yeah, so. And I mean, like you said, COVID was bad, especially for those who lost their lives.
Yeah.
But for me personally, in my career, especially with streaming, everything just took off for me because COVID. Yeah, because people had to be at home.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Or they didn't have basketball games for a long time. They didn't have this sport for a long time. So especially with the sports talk show, people that may not have been available back then because of COVID became available, and that just brought my show to a whole different level.
Yeah,
and so it was a blessing for me. And then also during that time, met the wifey as well during COVID. So we're like a COVID couple, you know what I'm saying? And we here and almost 4 years now. So it's, it's amazing. But yeah, COVID, once again, for those who lost people due to COVID, prayers to you. For me, it definitely allowed things to really jump off. Yeah. And like you said before, it made you have to evolve. Yeah. That's one thing that COVID shown me is that you can't be in the same place you was before. You have to know how to evolve. So that was real important as well. Let's keep on going on. We already had talked about you and Brandon Williams, but he brought this up earlier too. Boom.
Yeah. That picture is also captured by Vidal. Big clap to you, my guy.
He said, thank you.
Yeah, this is me and Cedric the Entertainer after his amazing comedy show for New Year's Eve. Great moment. Great moment. Had a lot of fun shooting that.
Yeah. Keep on going.
This is me and Genuine.
Same OG.
Yeah. A brief backstory with this one. I had saw that a concert called Ladies Love R&B was coming to St. Louis. And I was like, I really want to shoot this. So I DM'd every artist and every manager that I could find that was going to be a part of this event. And a lot of them was like, just talk to the promoter. It's like, all right, okay, cool. Promoter didn't get back to me. But Jay Holiday's manager was like, all right, bet. I'm going to give you a shot. Are you in it for the money? I was like, nah, I'm not in it for none of that. I just want the experience and the opportunity. So he was like, bet. I got you. And I was able to make a recap video for Jay Holiday. And then he actually hired me again to create a background visual to be put on the screen for Jay Holiday. So if you ever go to a Jay Holiday concert, you will see a image that says Jay Holiday, but also in the tiny corner, you'll see an EGO logo.
Wow.
And that's ultimately.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's amazing.
Metro booming. Big shout out to Big Tone. He's Metro's security guard. How I even got this one was my mom had volunteered. He does like a single mothers kind of like conference event every year.
I think I saw that he had something at a different venue before.
Yeah, because this was the same. It was the same day as the Nelly's Black and White Ball. Yeah. And my mom was like, yo, I think it's like a Metro booming event. I was like, wait, hold on, Metro, because I have a connection to Metro from Big Tone. So I was like, bet. I need to hurry up and hop and put on my clothes. And then she was like, wear black. I was like, all right, bet. So I put on my black suit and I had my grandma rush me down there, and the rest is kind of history. I got to hang out with him for a few hours and give him music and all that. So it's real nice.
That's awesome. And the ball had to be there.
Yeah.
I saw you on stage.
Yeah. So actually the year before, when the Black and White Ball kind of just, came back, I was like, yo, dang, I wanted to be there. But I was like, next year I'm gonna be there. No matter what, I'm gonna beat her. And it got closer to the time, and I was like, I hate to be the guy to reach out to people, be like, yo, you know, what's the hookup on the black and white ball tickets?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, I'm not gonna do it. I was like, if it's meant for me to be there, I'll be there. And at the Metro event, I got my ticket from Carissa Davis, who also has an organization called Gateway Social that I'm a part of. She gave me my ticket there, and the rest is history. I got to go to the Nelly Black and White Ball and shoot Nelly and all that. It was real nice.
And Neo was there.
Neo,
who you talked about earlier.
Yeah, Neo, Ashanti, Bow Wow, Jermaine Dupri, Brian Michael Cox. It was heavy hitters in there.
Yeah, it's something that my wife and I also have been manifesting for us to go there too. So
yeah,
the plan is for us to go there without us having to pay. So
it's gonna happen this year. This is the year.
There we go. And Nelly is a Scorpio, just like I am.
Big shout out to Nelly.
There we go. He finally got married. Thank God. Thank goodness.
Shout out to Trey, his son. Me and his son are pretty cool.
All right. So you brought this up earlier. Let's talk about your first. So this was your first official single, Summertime
Yes,
Fling?
this was my first official single called Summertime Fling. Shout out to Tank, the Machine, and Asa. Those were the guys that kind of helped me put this project together, or this song together. Shout out to Terrell too. He helped me write this thing. It's like just such a dope record. Especially for it to be my first song. I'm very proud of it. We did a nice like music video for it too. At like a pool party kind of vibe. Yeah, there we go. And I got to have my friends and people from school come out, and then my uncle, he has a food truck, so he brought the food truck out.
Nice.
It was just a real event, and off this event, I now do an annual pool party called the Summertime Fling Pool Party. So we'll be having a Summertime Fling Pool Party, getting exclusive right now. Summertime Fling Pool Party happening this June. The date is coming soon, but it's happening again this June. 3rd annual Summertime Fling Pool Party is happening.
There you go. So who were the people that was in the pool?
So a lot of them are like my friends from school, some from actually Marlon's summer film camp also. Okay. And then some are just kids that saw it on social media and was like, yo, I'm there.
How long did it take to finish the video?
I would say it only took like an hour or two. Really? It didn't take that long. It was pretty quick. I was a little nervous though, because it had rained like 30 minutes beforehand. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to have to move this inside. But it came out and it turned out pretty well. So
amazing. Now, Christmas time you had.
Yeah. So this is also my manager's doing. After the release of Summertime Fling, she was like, yo, you need to do a Christmas song. And I was like, all right, I guess, sure. So the first song we did was Greatest Gift. And then last year, what we decided to do was another one called My Christmas Wish, which the producers behind that is my background dancer, KB, and our other friend, John. They produced the track, and Take the Machine did the audio engineering for it. And Matt from Suburban Pros, no, actually, Riley from Fat Buddha did the mixing and mastering for it. So it's a really dope record. It's kind of the first kind of ballad, R&B ballad of mine that I put out, and many more to come now.
Hey.
A lot of people said they love the more R&B singing in the rain, Elton. So
right.
Or L Train.
Yeah. So future videos, you gotta have the tank top on.
Yeah, right. We gotta
with some rain, some water coming
rain.
Down. The whole Ray J one wish.
Man, I gotta be all that pointing to the camera.
All that.
All
of that. And then most recently,
Love Me. Since they love the R&B bag a lot, I released a song called Love Me, which is more of like kind of the heartbreak R&B side of L Train. Such a dope record. It was the first record that I sat there and I wrote out on paper, because a lot of times I'm doing the whole voice memos and notes on the phone. And this was the first time I was like, yo, I'm gonna sit here and really write this out. So it's really nice. I love this song.
So I have to ask this question because you are 16. What you know about love?
Listen, I tell a lot of people I've experienced a lot to be 16. All right, I've experienced a lot.
Yeah, I've experienced a lot.
Yeah, so I've had a pretty enjoyable life to be 16 with a lot of ups and downs.
Got you.
Yeah.
So, majority of the songs that you have out, some that you've written, or you had other help with the songs, or what?
So kind of my writing process a lot of times is I get the beat and I go to the studio with my guy Tank the Machine. And a lot of times we collaborate when it comes to the whole writing thing. And sometimes like with the whole Love Me joint, I wrote that myself with the pen and pad, all that. So that's kind of the writing process for me.
And talk about in the studio. You go in. Do you already kind of like have a beat in mind, or y'all just kind of go through a whole thing of beats? Oh, that's it.
Yeah, so a lot of times I already have a beat together and ready that I've been listening to and like. And we kind of just go in there, we listen to it. A lot of times we chat a lot. We just be sitting down talking. And then we focus on the theme of the song, what we really want to talk about. But we also take a deep dive into like what I've already written and the songs that I already have. And a lot of times people like to focus on lyrics, but I focus on melody. Melody is, in my opinion, maybe a little controversial, but I say it's more important than lyrics itself. Because I can remember a melody more than I can remember lyrics. I can remember a melody a lot more quicker. And when I hear it, I like, oh, okay, I know what this is. And I may not know the lyrics, but I definitely know the song off the melody itself. So we focus on melody, and then that's when we come into the lyrics. So like a lot of times, if you listen to like demo versions of songs, it's a lot of just humming. Just, you just hear a lot of that.
Yeah, that's awesome. So how are you able to balance school, being a son, being a brother, uh, doing photography, videography, and also artist? How do you manage that?
Yeah, it gets difficult at times, especially because a lot of people want a lot of attention, and I'm pulled in various places. But it takes a lot. I'll say my family is a huge help there, making sure I get places, especially my grandma, making sure I'm getting places at certain times and really doing it. Some of my teachers have also helped when it comes to the schooling part of it. Like my teacher, Mr. Deacon and stuff, just setting up plans to figure out, all right, I know you because he's been teaching me since 8th grade. I know what you do. We just got to figure out a cool common ground. So, yeah.
And once again, it just goes back to having the right people around you, having a strong and positive support system. So that's pretty amazing. And also what's pretty amazing is this right here.
Yo, so I just announced this today. Miss Ariel Biggs, I've known her and her son Mikey for like a couple years now. They have a company called Young Kid Biz, and for the month of Black History Month, they celebrate young African American entrepreneurs. And she had DM me and she was like, "Yo, what you think about being on a billboard?" I was like, "Of course, sign me up." And yeah, I actually just saw it. What day was that? Was that yesterday? No, that was Wednesday. Was that Wednesday? That was Wednesday. I think that was Wednesday. I just saw it Wednesday in person, but a lot of people was like taking pictures of it and sending it to me. I was like, oh my gosh, that's super dope. I'm very grateful. Shout out to Outfront and Miss Ariel Biggs and Young Kid Biz for getting this together.
And where can everyone see this billboard?
You can see this on Olive 170, right by the new Costco's. You can see it up big. I'm gonna wave back.
That's what's up. Congratulations on
Thank
that.
you.
This has been an amazing conversation with you. Going back to church.
Yeah.
How much has being in the church helped you as a young man in life? And what would you say to those who may have their doubts about church and about God, and how much it meant to you, and what a God can do for them as they continue to live life?
Yeah, church is a pretty big community. They support a lot. A lot of times, if you go to the Facebook comments, there are people from church. They show love. To the young people out there that have their questions and their doubts about church, I just say give it a try. And the actual church sense may not be for everybody, but at least give it a try. When you get there, ask questions. If you're coming to Feeling Temple, we love to help you. We love to answer your questions. We love to be personable. So just come, sit. We won't bother you too much. Just come and sit and listen. And I think you may find a love for it.
There we go. And outside of, let's take away the actor, take away the prankster, take away the singer, take away the videographer, photographer. Who is L Train?
L Train is just a young kid from St. Louis that's just always happy, has a very positive outlook on life. At heart, family is the most important thing to him. He's nothing without his family, but he's also nothing without God. That's really who L Train is.
There we go. Nothing without God. Love that. So with that being said, man, this has been once again amazing. Did you have anything last word, any special shout outs that you
shout out to everybody that has been a part of this journey and will continue to be a part of this journey for L Train. I would also like to say, if you haven't signed up for my website, make sure you do that to get exclusive content. And, sometimes we do a little secret release or two. What else we got coming up? Also, I will be hosting skate teen nights. We're going to start them off in March at the skate house out in St. Charles with Miss Rhonda. Besides that, we got new music coming out. I'll just say that. So be on the lookout for some new music. And I'm going to just keep it there because I ain't going to say too much. But we got a lot of big things coming up for 2025.
There you go. Stay tuned. And if there's another teenager like yourself who's watching, who may have visions, dreams of taking a similar approach that you have, what would you want to say to them right now as well?
Just do it. I know a lot of times we get caught up, well, I'll just do it when I get older. Do it now. I've been fortunate enough to kind of start at a really young age, and it pays off. It gives you a lot more insight than a person starting at 20. Also, like, you get a lot more support when you're young versus when you get older. So use your age to your advantage. Also, just don't be afraid to do it. Just try it. I mean, the worst thing that can happen is it don't work. And if it don't work, just try something else or try it again. Just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it.
And also, just don't be afraid to ask.
Yeah.
If you don't know something, it's like in school. If you don't understand something, you're trying to learn something, trying to figure it out, don't just do it by yourself. Don't let that pride get in your way. Yeah. Ask. Seek assistance, because that may change your whole life around, because now all of a sudden, you got it.
Yeah. So, my DMs are always open. I'm really key on about connecting people and helping people. So if you got any questions about music, anything, DM me. I DM back.
Speaking of which, that's how we got to this day here, because I DM'd you like, hey, I want to get you on my show, and you hit me up like, let's make it happen.
Yeah.
And like he got all big time. Talk to my people. Talk to my rep.
Listen, this is why we have them there.
I feel you. But yeah, everything was a great process, and this has been a great show. And like I said before, man, continue just to focus on the reason why you're doing it.
Yeah.
No matter where you are in life, don't allow one slight mistake affect everything that you got going on, man, because you're doing great things. And look forward to having many more conversations with you.
Oh yes, sir. We gotta come back. I gotta run it back on here, man.
There we go. We're gonna make it happen. Anytime you're ready, let me know. We want to talk about sports or the whole nine. I got the platform to do so. So it's been great, man. And I hope you all have enjoyed the conversation. Real quick, Evan Whitaker says he's so grounded and articulate. He speaks well and knows who he is.
Oh, thank you.
There it is. Thank you. And then we have Sabrina says, so hands yellow, heart red. So I'm not sure what that means, but if you maybe it was emoji.
I think that was an emoji.
Okay, there we go. So it didn't show out, Sabrina. Sorry, but I know you're showing love to L Train. But once again, great conversation, and for everyone else, thank y'all for tuning in to Smoooth Conversations. And once again, go ahead and use your device right now, top right of the screen, and scan the QR code and connect with Smooth Productions. You can save Smooth Productions as a contact. You'll have all my socials. If you want to tip me, Zelle, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, all that's on there. I got the website. If you want to order some custom apparel you need me to do for you, t-shirts, hoodies, the whole nine, let me know. I got y'all. Also, DJing services, MCing, drums, sound engineering. I got y'all. Trust me. Smooth Productions got y'all. And that's Smooth with 3 O's. And I said before, on YouTube, subscribe and click on that bell, Smooth Conversations. If you put in 2 O's and have Smooth Conversation, you ain't going to find it. You got to put in that third O in Smooth. And once again, like and subscribe to the show. And Helen Whip, thank you for the applause for this amazing conversation. Once again, this is your boy Smooth. Smooth Conversations, where the conversations are always smooth. You all have a great rest of your evening. Enjoy the Super Bowl. And I think it's going to be some crazy weather coming up very soon, too. So brace for that. Hopefully, it doesn't be as bad as it was last month. But be safe out there. Stay positive. Stay tuned and stay smooth. And we out this thing. Y'all have a good one.